You can line up 5 different economists from the 5 different big banks and they'll all have different answers. But what I can tell you, at least from a boots on the ground perspective, is I truly believe that 2026 is going to be a continuation of 2025. 2025 was, some people consider it a slowdown, some people consider it a correction. You know, I consider it more of a leveling out. There's a little bit of a flattening. It was, you know, it was an opportunity for buyers to get a home, to be able to put conditions into their offers. Whereas for years they were suppressed from doing that. They were going into bidding wars and multiple offers. And last year, all of a sudden, buyers were putting in a mortgage condition and a home inspection condition. Some of them were able to even put in, you know, if they've got a house to sell, if they're transitioning from house A to house B, they can make it a condition on house B that they have to sell house A. We started to see these things return, and I honestly believe we're going to see that coming into 2026. It's going to be a bit more of a, you know, a slower year in the sense of from this frenetic pace that we've kind of become accustomed to in this region, but it's going to be a good pace. You know, 30 days on the market, I would say it's still pretty healthy. A house on the market after, you know, 10, 15, 20 showings after a month and it sells for a good price, that's not a bad thing. It's still going to give buyers plenty of opportunities. I do see activity picking up this year, and there's 3 primary reasons I believe for that. Number one is you're going to get your everyday person that's just going to be upsizing, downsizing, new child or child leaving, and they're looking for something bigger, smaller. You're going to get that just in general. That always represents a big portion of people who are entering the market. Number 2 is you're going to get the people, like we just talked about, that attempted to sell last year but were unsuccessful in doing so, and they will reattempt to sell again this year. And then, of course, the big one is, or one of the big ones is, many people are renewing their mortgages this year. And with them renewing their mortgages, a lot of the times they're not getting that 1.8, 1.9% rate anymore. They are now going to have to renew at 4%, which may be too much for some people.